Hello everyone, and welcome to NPL Miners Week 10 against Tone. Yeah, this is our last week. Hoping to end off what has been a pretty terrible season on a hopefully positive note. Yeah, and hopefully I'll get Week 6 uploaded sometime relatively soon. I may just go for next Saturday for consistency, just keeping them on Saturdays for no real reason, but that's besides the point. Let's get into this battle. I'm going to be leading with Garchomp. Mainly I just want my Stealth Rocks up more than anything. Yeah. And he's going to be leading with Mew. And I figure this is probably going to be a more Spadef Mew. Like, it's going to be bulky on one end is kind of what I'm thinking. Because bulky Mew plus Tangrowth plus Hippowdon plus the Toxapex he didn't bring, like, are a really solid core of just like not being able to break through things. So that's kind of what I figured was going to be happening, but you know, maybe since the Toxapex wasn't brought, I should have known that wasn't the plan he was going for. And I guess he thought Tangrowth and Hippowdon was enough on the bulky end. I don't know. But yeah, I figured even if he did have Ice Beam, he wouldn't be invested and couldn't KO me. But yeah, I'm wrong. So I lose Garchomp, turn 1. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. But here, now that I know he's more offensive, I feel like I can sort of threaten him out because he doesn't know what kind of Gardevoir this is yet. And you know, he'll be fearing the Shadow Ball and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go straight for a Calm Mind. It may seem like a weird play, or substitute rather. It may seem like a weird play since I knew he was offensive at that point and he could have been running Shadow Ball very easily. But I felt like I could kind of, I could at least get a +1 off. And it would not appreciate taking a +1 hit, although it would basically bring down my Gardevoir as well if he had Shadow Ball. So I feel like it was a risk I had to take. I didn't really have much to deal with this Mew. As you can see on my team composition, this is kind of the best thing I had to go out into. So, and he has Poison Jab on his Tangrowth, and he's going to be able to take this Hyper Voice, and that's going to hurt. Luckily, I am going to be able to take something down here. Nothing can switch in at this point. So my main concern in this match was getting rid of his bulk, and you know, he doesn't have the Toxapex, his Mew isn't bulky, and his Tangrowth is gone. So like, I may be down, like I've lost Garchomp and Gardevoir is really low, but I'm not out. Like, there are certainly ways of dealing with what's left on his team. Like, getting rid of Tangrowth is huge for the Rotom especially, and it really helps out Milotic as well. So he's going to go into Keldeo here. I'm going to go into my Milotic, getting off my Flame Orb here, and I believe I have Haze, or I had ways of like keeping this thing from setting up, but he has very good prep with the taunt, so I'm gonna have to go back into my Gardevoir to sack it off basically, as he's gonna be able to get up a free Calm Mind. So yeah, things are looking really bad here very early on. I have to go into my Scarf Rotom, reveal that I'm Scarf, and then sack something else basically. So yeah, at turn 10, I'm down 3 Mons. It's very bad, but like honestly, Scarf Rotom and Milotic still have ways of doing this. And there, I feel like I had to make a prediction to try to get back into this game. So I decided, just on the off chance that he wants to go into the Hippowdon, that would be my play. But even at -2, it does still kind of keep the Hippowdon from coming in, knowing I'm locked in on that. Like, this is like his best thing to come in. and that's great because my Melodic can deal with this very easily. I didn't even expect him to bring Blaziken because of how I felt like it matched up pretty poorly against my team. And if he had brought Toxifex, that would have been a lot more difficult to deal with. But yeah, my Melodic can just very easily stall out this Blaziken here with recovers. And like, if you look at his team, there's really not much he can do to Melodic. So yeah, like this game is not over yet. He gets up his rocks, I get a burn. As he goes into the Mew. Now here, this is a pretty big play. I figure even though he's offensive, he's probably like 3 attacks roost, right? And if he has Thunderbolt, he kind of kills me anyways, and you know, that's the game essentially. Like, I feel like there's not really much I can do about that. Like, I could theoretically go into Rotom, but I feel like I need that for the rest of my team, and it's not really worth risking, or for the rest of his team rather. And if he doesn't have Thunderbolt, then he's probably going for the Roost. So basically, if he has Thunderbolt, I die anyways, and if he goes for Roost, then I want to get a Toxic off on this thing. So I'm going to be going for the Toxic as he actually goes for the Psychic. So if I had just recovered there, like, my Melodic basically just won the game, because nothing on his team can touch the Melodic, but now my Melodic is in a position where it's too weak to take anything. And the Hippowdon is now gone, which is the only thing I could have recovered on. So I think I made the right play, predicting what I predicted, but it just didn't end up working out for me. Like, recover probably was actually, yeah, now I think about it, if he didn't have a way to kill the Melodic, if he didn't have Thunderbolt, there was no reason not to recover, even if he roosted as well. I just wanted to have a Toxic on that thing, because it's a little difficult to break even when it's offensive. But yeah, not going for a recover there definitely hurt me. As he's going to be able to kill it with a wing attack. And unfortunately, another thing that hurts me here is my Rotom does not have Thunderbolt. So yeah, this is going to be able to live. I have to sack off my Cryogonal here. And if I had Thunderbolt, I basically just win the game, assuming Thunderbolt killed this thing. I don't know if it would do a full 24% more or not. If it did though, and this thing just died and I had my Cryogonal in the back, Mew was a 50% berry, so it would be back up on health, but I would have my Cryogonal in the back to hit it with the Specs move, and then be able to go back into Rotom and Thunderbolt it once it's weakened, and then Thunderbolt the Blaziken as well. So I'm pretty sure if I had Thunderbolt, I won this game. Depending on whether it killed Arrow or not, I haven't calced it, but yeah. Since I don't have Thunderbolt, I'm going to lose this game. And that's just how it goes. You know, I wasn't really playing for anything. There's no playoff spots. I was just hoping to end the season off positively. But yeah, that's all. I'll see you guys next season, where I will hopefully have a much better draft and much better record. See you guys then.